you guys want.
I mean, it's the same, it's not a hard deal to figure out. We got them stopped, 4th down penalty. We don't get in the play we need in the red zone. We jump off sides. We're trying to jump them off sides. We got to fix our own self. It ain't the other team. We got to fix ourselves.
All right, Coach, thanks.
Christina, thank you so much. Tim Melton, Brian Pavlik standing by with our halftime show. We'll be right back. Warriors 13, Huskies 10. This is Warrior Football on the Warrior Nation Network.
Most commercials tell you the same thing. They're always blabbing about buy this, go here, eat that. Or some experts on there trying to convince you of the next big thing. Although that's great and all, this isn't one of those commercials. Here in Shelby County, we let it speak for itself. Discover Shelby. Find your trail.
Kona Ice is a proud supporter of Thompson Athletics and the Alabaster City School System. Be sure to get a refreshing Kona Ice with your favorite flavor at all Thompson home games, and know that with every purchase, you're supporting our Warriors. We love giving back because we love being a part of our community. We're not just a business, we're here to help people. We're mobile, we're fun, and we're stocked with the most delicious...
To the halftime show here on the Warrior Nation Network. We appreciate everybody tuning in on Facebook, the NFHS Network, and at ThompsonWarriors.org. It's time to take you down to the field for something we love to bring you each and every week, and that is the Marching Southern Sounds.
I'd say that. I'm not sitting down until they're getting back up. You're just changing the city.
Chick-fil-A, the inventor of the chicken sandwich, has reinvented breakfast. The new Egg White Grill has citrus grilled chicken, fresh egg whites, and American cheese, all served on a toasted multi-grain English muffin. Chicken for breakfast. It's not as crazy as you think. Chick-fil-A, a proud partner of the Thompson Warriors.
Poto's Boutique is a proud sponsor of Thompson Athletics. Ladies, are you looking for casual and cute outfits, accessories, or the newest fashion trends? Poto's has you covered. Follow us at Poto's Boutique on Facebook and Instagram, or stop by our store on Highway 31 in Calera.
Warrior Express Texaco is your one-stop shop for all your convenience needs. From ice-cold beverages to their delicious Hunt Brothers pizza, Warrior Express has everything you need to get Warrior ready this football season. Locally owned and operated, their friendly staff is second to none. Each of their 10 fueling stations is equipped with 5 types of fuel, including non-ethanol and diesel, available at every pump. Fuelman is accepted and buses are welcome. For unbeatable mileage, put some Techron in your tank today. Go Warriors!
We're broadcasting live in this big Region 3 showdown from the campus of Hewitt, Trussville. Your Thompson Warriors currently have the lead 13-10 as we're here on the Warrior Nation Network halftime show. Thank you to everyone who's watching us live on Facebook, the NFHS Network. We're listening at ThompsonWarriors.org. I am Tim Melton, joined by our in-game color analyst, that is Brian Pavlik. And Brian, if you were to look at the first half of play that we've just witnessed here, some opportunities that were taken by the Huskies to get back in this one, as it looked like Thompson was going to potentially head to the locker room with even more of a grip on this game. What's your assessment from the first half of play here on the road?
It's honest frustration. You look at a scoreboard. Okay, Tim, we're riding up today. If you say, Brian, we hold the Huskies to 10 points. Husky fast, usually 40, 50, 60 points. 10 points in the first half, you're like, take it all day. So why does it seem so frustrating? You've controlled the game. We were talking about it, a little bit as halftime we're starting. You've controlled it, but you don't feel like you're in control.
Well, it is exactly how Coach Freeman left the field in the first half, speaking to our very own Christina Chambers. Not too thrilled about those self-inflicted mistakes, and we've seen plenty of those that have really helped aid the Huskies offense more than anything.
We're going to say this until we're proven wrong, but he goes on record and says it's those 5 to 6 plays. What he doesn't say, but what is implied in there, is it can be a defensive penalty, it can be an offensive penalty, it can be a simple mistake. That included in the 5 to 6 plays. I think half of those 5 to 6 that were important in the first half were self-inflicted. You clean that up, and you may be looking at right now a 20-3 ball game. Instead now a 13-10, and Hewitt will get the ball to receive the second half. It's not over, but it's eerily similar to a few first halves we've had already this season, with the Carver game to open the season, even with Grayson to an extent, definitely last week and against Vestavia Hills. Tim, we came out in all of those games in the third quarter very strong. Last week, not so much, and that was the biggest difference in the game.
Let's see if we can change that narrative. There's plenty of games going around, especially here in region, that we'll be keeping you up to date on here momentarily. But one thing I want to point out that I think has been a very strong positive thus far for the Warriors, that's yards after catch. Those short checkdowns that are leading to some consistent gains down the field.
And I think that is a great game plan to stretch everybody. You've got the senior linebacker, the coach's son, Parker Floyd. How has he amassed 54 tackles this year? Well, it's probably from things coming across the middle or runs up the middle. So how do you take him out of the equation? You throw to the outside, you test the cornerbacks, the safeties, and these check down passes get the defensive ends and the linebackers running, moving, outstretching, and getting winded. So you've done a good job there. Trent has taken what is given to him. The receivers have taken the ball, watched it in. I don't think we've had a drop pass like that. It's been an obvious drop pass, couple on the sidelines and tight windows. But you're absolutely right, Tim. Look it in, square up your feet, get uphill. If you're Price Lewis, outrun people. If you're Darian Mosley, you're a little bit bigger, run them over. Get to that first down sticks, keep the ball in your hands, get out of Hewitt, and get out of Trussville with a win tonight.
I would like to see potentially Trent have a little bit more confidence to take off with his legs to try to earn some of those gutsy first downs here on this field tonight in the second half of play. He's trying to get the job done primarily with escaping and getting it done with his arm. We saw that really led to a series of unfortunate events on the road last week against Clay, which led to that fumble recovery for a touchdown.
I was going to say I don't think it's a psychological thing yet, but it is eerily similar how 2 weeks in a row now from the blind side, somebody has been able to track down Trent, whether it was the interception that was returned last week or just that big turnover on downs. We need to protect a little bit more, and even Trent, a little bit more maturity by throwing it out of bounds if it's not there. He has been holding it just a little bit longer. I give him the benefit of the doubt because he's been making magic since he was 8th grade. However, that next step is calling, and if he really wants to take his game to the next level, sometimes throw it away is the best thing.
And the communication between Coach Freeman and his junior quarterback, that's going to be solid here in the second half as they look to get things headed towards the end zone yet again. Let's take a look at some of the competition for the Thompson Warriors as we have some scores to report on. One game that I've really got circled here, and I don't know if you have a score on it yet, is that Hoover and Oak Mountain game.
Yeah, so we didn't think that there would be a running clock much like we had against Oak Mountain. So here it is, halftime. Hoover 21, Oak Mountain 14. Now, what you have currently there are the 5 and 6 teams in this region. The loser of that game tonight, it's pretty much over as far as tournament play goes, or playoff play goes. For Hoover, that would be a shocking loss, even more shocking than Hillcrest. So we will keep looking at that. But Oak Mountain, the same team that basically called it at halftime against us, hanging in there in a home battle, basically their Super Bowl, if you will, against Hoover. Again, Hoover right now, halftime, 21-14.
All right. We also have games with Tuscaloosa County and Hillcrest and Prattville and Vestavia Hills. Let's get to all those scores.
So Hillcrest will be the first one to tell you that they want to beat County High the most out of any team ever, and they're only up 14-0, but I think that game is still early. So County High hanging in there, but that is a rivalry game. Of course, as you know, rivalries can mean only one thing, and that means throw the rule books and the score books out the window, especially those two teams in close proximity. And some of those fan bases, they can get rowdy up there in Tuscaloosa.
Definitely be the biggest win of the season for Tuscaloosa County because it would be their first win of the season.
Right, so moving up the standings, the big 3-4 matchup as it currently stands in the standings right now, and that is Prattville and Vestavia Hills, and that is tied at halftime 21-21. So Vestavia Hills in danger of falling behind, I think, 3 region losses at that point, and that would be an insurmountable task to try to even get one playoff picture. If you're looking at the first weekend of October and Vestavia and Hoover are pretty much out of it already, that is a shocking season and a shocking development here in Region 3.
Wow, a ton of close games here in Region tonight to report on there with those scores. We'll have more scores to report to you in our post-game show right here on the Warrior Nation Network. Once again, the score that's happening, Hewitt Trussville, they are currently trailing 10-13 when it comes to your Warriors having a third quarter to look forward to.
And Tim, we're frustrated. We are. Because we expect better. Well, I think we've seen better. So in our voices at halftime, doom and gloom, we apologize if this was not our best and energetic halftime show.
I feel it personally was my best.
You did well.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm
going to let you take the L.
Here's what I'll do. I'll promise, like the Warriors, to come out better in the second half. I'll clean up my mistakes, and I promise to run through and do my assignments as well as I can. I just hope the Warriors take my lead.
And I will continue to deliver you excellence like always. One place that's full of excellence, that's the team shop, a place where all the Warriors can turn to for their team gear.
I was so excited not to spend money this week, but we did. But I was so excited to go into the team shop this week, and I saw those 2-3 items, 2 or 3, that I was like, I got to have it. One is the hoodie I'm wearing tonight. It's not freezing tonight, and it's not warm. It's comfortable for a hoodie, and I am loving it. It's 2 days old, and boy, is it that new hoodie feel. It's so good. I got it at the team store. But, Tim, the one piece of merchandise that I'm the most excited about, you're going to think I'm crazy, the Thompson branded golf umbrella. We have asked for that for a while. People have seen one that I've had for years in the community and said, where do you get that? Now I can tell you it is at the team store. That is 119 North Warrior Express, right before the railroad track on the right. You go in there Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 1 to 6 is the traditional hours. Of course, next week being homecoming, you'll have to kind of check the schedule for that. But if you can get in there, get you a hoodie, get you a hat, get you a decal, get you an umbrella. And can we say tell them that Brian and Tim sent you?
I think we can.
We can get that discount, right?
And, hey, with homecoming coming up, the demand is going to be through the roof for sure.
Love it.
Here on the campus of Hewitt Trussville, they love their lights. They do a bunch of trickery with their lights. We're looking to play.
Whatever.
I've got a big punchline coming up here.
All right. Try it again. Start again.
We've got to play lights out in the second half.
That a boy.
And that is what we're going to attempt to do. This is the latest halftime show of the Warrior Nation Network. We appreciate everyone that has tuned in right here on Facebook, the NFHS Network, and at ThompsonWarriors.org. We'll hand things over to the voice of the Warriors. That is Matthew Moyer. He'll have the call here on the second half that is fast approaching. We appreciate all the Warrior faithful right here on the Warrior Nation Network.
Warrior family, I'm Matthew Moyer, voice of the Thompson Warriors, and also a proud member of the Alvis Software family. So what is Alvis Software? It's a transportation management software. It's cloud-based, which is the first in its class, and it is absolutely amazing. Alvis, ALVYS.com to learn all about it. Bottom line is, whether you run truckload or a brokerage or both, You can do it all from one platform right in Alvis software. We've got an app for your drivers that they're absolutely going to love, and your back office staff will be equally as happy. Alvis, ALVYS.com.
Rated by Golf Week magazine as one of Alabama's top 10 courses, Timberline Golf Club, located just minutes from Birmingham in Calera, is the perfect place to play. Timberline is the perfect place for a golf outing for your business or charity, and a wonderful club to make it your home course. Tee it up at Timberline, and you'll want to return time and time again. To book a round or for membership, visit them at timberlinegc.com. It's my home course, and it should be yours too.
As we welcome you back into Husky Field, Hewitt, Trussville, Alabama is the site. Thompson with the 13-10 lead. Just fresh off of our halftime show, ready to get the second half underway. Tim, I have a feeling if we called Mrs. Pavlik, she would tell us he hasn't had that hoodie off in 2 days, and that scares me a little bit. But at least we're ready for second half action. Warriors will be kicking to begin the second half. It is a good-looking bright red
man,
hoodie.
I appreciate you, Matthew. That was very kind of you.
I do hope you wash it at some point.
Oh, yeah. After tonight, it's going to go in the washer. We may put it back on Sunday. I'm going to wear it out, though.
Remember the Snuggie? I'll bet he's wearing that thing like the Snuggie right now.
You know, the Snuggies are fun. I wish I still had mine. I think it was actually WWE themed, if I think about it, Tim.
They have put 12 minutes back on the clock. That means we are just about ready for quarter number 3. Ethan Black and the kick team make their way out onto the field. Warriors with a 3-point lead. 24 minutes away from deciding who is in the driver's seat here in Region 3.
So usually I would wait till the first true offensive play to bring this point. But it starts on the kickoff. Point number 3 of our keys to game, finish strong. Strong in 24 minutes, special teams, defense, and offense.
We're about to find out. There is the whip on offense.
You guys popping off the field. Christian Ballard was one of them. I think Landon Gray had the biggest hit. Oh, there's some stats. Oh, they took them from me. No, they've got stats on the board, but I'm sorry they're about a quarter mile away. We can't really see them.